Subscribe to this channel for your chance to win a $25 iTunes or Google Play gift card. What's going on, peeps? MuaHaHa coming at you with another Clash Royale video. This one covering a deck that I am having an absolute blast playing. It's a very technical deck. It's got 2 legendaries in it, so it's not a deck for everybody. But if you've got the cards and you can play the technical game, you're going to have a blast playing this deck. So you can see the main focus on this deck is the Miner and the Minion Horde. If you can get the Minion Horde going in and the Miner popping up at the tower at the same time, you're going to get a great distractive play by that Miner who's got a little bit of tankiness, and that Minion Horde is just going to shred through the tower. Now, as you can see as we go forth here, we come up against a couple of different opponents. This one against Rabar of the Porch Dogs. I am completely out-leveled in this match. He's a level 12, I'm a level 10. And let's just see how this thing turns out. So you can see he's got the Princess going. He's got the Musketeer. He's got the Wizard. He's got the Barbs. He's got, of course, the Elixir Pump. His Elixir Pumps are level 10s. Mine's only a level 8. His Princess, a level 3. Mine's a level 2. So clearly outmatched. Well, I shouldn't say outmatched in terms of cards and level. So let's watch how this play works out. You can see we're about a minute and a half into this match, and so far he's got my tower down significantly more than I've got his tower down, but let's see if we can turn that around. So I've got the Princess on the ground, not a very good placement of the Princess on my part, and because of that poor placement, his last shot gets my Princess and cannon out. Of course, he fireballs in that spot and ends up totally wasting that fireball. So I've got some time to build up some elixir, which is exactly what I'm going to do. He already launched that fireball, so I know that both my elixir pumps are safe over the right-hand side. I'm putting him over there just in case he manages to drop my tower on the left-hand side. Now, there's the play that I'm talking about. Sadly, I didn't get my minions all the way through because they were distracted by those barbarians. But that was basically the idea. I got those minions right there against the bridge. I got the Miner right up against the tower. And the tower will be distracted by the Miner. We'll focus all its attention there. And it'll leave the minions open to wreak havoc on that tower. And that's exactly what they'll do. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. also a really good asset in this deck. I can do basically the same play that I would do with the Minion Horde, but using the Mini P.E.K.K.A. So having that Mini P.E.K.K.A. run up right from the bridge and then putting that Miner in at the same time right next to the tower, if you time it right, you can get the tower to focus on the Miner, leaving that Mini P.E.K.K.A. at full health coming up on the tower. And if you've been playing a while, you know just how scary it is when you've got a full health Mini P.E.K.K.A. coming in on your tower and nothing you can do about it. So you can see we got 5 seconds left in this match. We're going to head into overtime. He fireballs my tower. Not exactly sure why. I've got my minions spread out a little bit heading in. And I'm just kind of burning elixir at this point. I'm not exactly sure what I was going to do. I do shock right there to hold off a little bit of damage against my Mini P.E.K.K.A. so I could take out that Musketeer. I'm going to place my Princess right there in the middle, able to target his Princess and take her out because she was just within 1-shot range. He fireballs my tower, which means I've got a good opening to get my minions up. I get my minions going and my Miner on that tower at the same time, and there you can see it. That's where this deck has it makes some big money. Let's look at one more replay, and then we'll get into a live match. Alright, so this one going up against Hasselquist. I don't know exactly how to say that name. But you can see we're evenly matched, level 10s going against each other. He's got the Giant, that dreaded Ice Wizard, Barbs, and of course that Princess that just about everybody seems to be packing around these days. So I'm going to start out with that slow push in the Mini P.E.K.K.A. I don't really have a whole lot of options. He starts out with the Giant, and unfortunately I'm going to have to meet his Giant on his side of the arena, which means my Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to take a lot of damage from not just his troops but also from his tower. Kind of have to suck that one up. I placed the cannon there to distract the Giant. I knew I was going to lose it, but didn't really have a choice. And what does he pull out but the 3 Musketeers? So I know he's hurting big time on elixir now that he got those 3 Musketeers out, but I can't really do a whole lot at this point. So I think I'm going to go right here and put on another elixir pump. Let's see what I do. Yep, getting ready to put out that elixir pump. and go ahead and put that out because I knew that he just drained all that elixir. Now, the interesting thing here is I don't think that he has an elixir pump. So I don't know why you would have 3 Musketeers and no elixir pump. That just seems like craziness to me. But okay, he's going to come in with a very beefy push right here. He's got his barbs and his giant coming in. Unfortunately, I put those minions down just at the wrong time to take damage from that princess. But I've got that mini P.E.K.K.A down. He puts the ice wizard right in front of that mini P.E.K.K.A, which allows the ice wizard to get one shot off before he is done. And now I've got all this damage going on the tower. I've got that mini P.E.K.K.A doing damage on the tower because the tower is focused on the miner, not on the mini P.E.K.K.A or on that little minion that was still there. So at this point, I could just defend. And let's see how I played. I think I do just defend here, but basically that's the idea of the deck. So I can just drop that one tower with a good distraction. You can see I'm loading up on some elixir here. I've got the cannon ready. I'm going to put the princess down back in the back so that I can put on some AoE damage without getting anybody right out in the middle of it. I get the mini P.E.K.K.A up because I know that giant's coming. He's going to slow down that mini P.E.K.K.A for a couple of shots, but between the mini P.E.K.K.A and that minion horde coming in, he's got no way to get through. And he really doesn't have any effective AoE spells against that minion horde. Now, that's one of the challenges you could face with this deck. Arrows and Fireball. If they happen to be packing 2, that's going to be a very difficult combination to overcome. However, if they're just packing arrows, what I recommend doing is really hold off on that minion horde as long as you can. Put the princess out there. A lot of people like to try to arrow the princess. And if they use that to get rid of the princess, that's your window of opportunity to get that minion horde going because he's lost his arrows. Alright, so that's it for the replays. Let's get into a live match. Alright, so here we go into the live match. Going up against the level 9. And let's see, he's sitting at 3,300 trophies. Not bad for a level 9, even though we are pretty early in the season. I'm going to go ahead and drop that elixir pump and see if I can get things going. He drops 1, 2, but I've got a little bit of a level advantage on him. Now, if I had my miner up, I could send my miner over right now to start putting damage on that elixir pump and reducing the amount of profit he gets out of it. He puts in a fireball against my pump and my princess, but really not entirely too effective. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to shock that wizard so that I can take a little bit of heat off of my mini P.E.K.K.A, and I need to get rid of that. You know what? I shouldn't have put my elixir pump there. I should have put it on the other side. But we're going to go ahead and play with it anyway and see how we do. And this really should have been my time that I brought forward that miner to go in with those minions, but I am I'm a little bit distracted. So we're going to try to get a slow push going again. Now I am aware of the fact that he's got that fireball, so I'm not going to put my princess back behind that elixir pump just in case he fireballs like that. So if he had fireballed and I had my princess back there by the elixir pump, he could have taken a lot of damage out of my elixir pump as well as the princess. So I'm gonna get my my miner up and try to drop that. Put as much damage on that. Well, I'm just not going to be able to do it this time. I should not have shocked his wizard. His wizard was focusing on my my miner, which is exactly where I wanted him. And shock will actually distract and pull his attention elsewhere, which is not what I wanted. And all right, so he's very heavily utilizing that that wizard. That seems to be his money right now, and he's gonna do the typical hog freeze. I got to try to get rid of that hog and get something moving up forward. I'm gonna try to get these minions and the miner in, and killer fireball, and get the zap down. See if I can get enough damage going against that tower, and we're looking like this may end in a draw. Draws are no fun when we're playing live, but you got to do what you can do. You got to deal with what you can deal with. It's really not my best performance, I think, being distracted a little bit as we went into some of this. And he's going to try to fireball for the win, which isn't going to work, and we are stuck at a draw. Oh, wait, hold on. We're going into overtime. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I am so not... Why did I put my elixir pump there? If you can't tell that I am absolutely distracted right now, geez, I'm playing terrible. And if I can still manage to get this thing, it's going to be pretty amazing. So he's going to fireball. I don't think it's going to be enough. I might be able to get his tower right here. Let's see if we get enough. And that should be his tower. And that's how it's done. Even with terrible performance, still pull it off. Clutch little miner there at the end with those minions. So, hey, if I can do it with that bad a performance, you can too if you've got the cards. All right. So that wraps up the video for today. I appreciate you guys coming by to watch. I hope you like what you saw. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a subscribe if you can. And leave your comments in the below what you think of the deck. And, come back for some more. Thanks for tuning in. MuaHaHa out.